Hi everyone, Isabel Hunt here. For those who don't know me, I am a sociologist, certified transformation coach, as well as author and emotions clearing practitioner, and speaker, of course. I am a inspirational speaker, mostly speaking on the topics of perseverance, intuition, trust, faith, and emotional awareness and intercultural awareness. So today I want to talk with you about the extremes. So as we can tell, especially in our society, there's just so much that seems so extreme. Everything is either one way or another. It seems to be really hard to find a way in the middle of it. And the other day, a friend of mine posted an article about all the transgender labeling or the gender labeling in general, and how more and more people go genderless. And he's like, and what extreme do we have to go? Like, I don't get it. Why do we have to make things so difficult? Now, here I am, and I have been sitting here quite often thinking about, oh my gosh, why is everyone going in either one extreme or the other? Can't you just see that? Now, for me, I have always been able to almost take a bird's eye view on things. I always told my parents that I feel like I can see the world as it's in a snow globe, and for some reason I see things moving. But even though it annoyed me that people were always so extreme and so dividing in their extreme statements, I looked at it the other day and I was like, oh my gosh, I need to share that with people because here's the thing. I think we are in the state of extreme healing right now. There's so much coming up to the surface, so much is being laid open, so much is coming to the surface and being uncovered. If it's politics, if it's health, if it's anything really, suddenly it just bubbles all up, right? And now we're realizing, okay, we have created all those labels. Um, we have steered right into absolute greed and jealousy and competition and who is bigger, who is better. Like we have created all those little systems that is part of our ego that our ego is trying to protect itself. Because the more labels we have, the more walls we have created around us, and the more walls we have created around us, the more safe our little ego feels, the more we can embrace our amazing individuality. And here's the problem with that. It is great to understand who we are as an individual, but most of us stay right there. Embrace your individuality. You are special. You are blah, 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 right? But it is like a puzzle piece. You take out the puzzle, you turn them all around, you figure out the little parts and bits and colors and like everything that's on one puzzle piece. You discover the shape of the puzzle piece. And I think that's where we're at right now. We're so focused and just literally embracing this one little puzzle piece, which is our own personal individuality. We're celebrating our individuality, which is great because it's necessary. But now we're getting into the state where we're trying to figure out on a collective level how our little puzzle piece fits into the overall picture. What is our part within that? And I think that's where the focus has to come in over the next decades or like moving forward in general within our society. No longer just in taking or really like focusing on the individuality, which creates duality, which creates competition, which creates us versus them mindset, which is ego based. It is all ego based and doesn't really help us to create more unity. Um, in understanding that our differences are our strength within the overall collective. And so the extremes show up. It's, if you have someone, if you, okay, so an extreme case. We don't yell much in our house, but sometimes I'm also known to almost like whisper. and you have your child next to you and you say, please get dressed. And there's nothing happening. Come on, let's get dressed. And nothing is happening. Come on, let's get dressed. And oh, okay, I got it. I'm gonna go get dressed. You know, that's pretty much how it's happening right now with labels that we have created. Those labels don't serve you. Yeah, but it feels good, feels safe. Don't labels really don't serve you. Whatever. Those labels really do not help you. And then we create those um, extreme things where we literally just go and strip us off of everything label that we can find to understand the individuality within the collective. I hope that makes sense. That's, I think, why we're in the state of extremes right now. And we're trying to find our way out of those extremes. The extremes are usually the things that open up our mind. And now we're trying to find our way somewhat in the middle. A lot of us have already figured this out. Where I'm like, why are people so crazy? Like, why is this bad? And why people think this is bad? Why can't we just, like, it makes perfect sense for a lot of us to just find the middle part of it, where a lot of people still are not there yet on their journey. And so when I see those extremes, I'm like, okay, this annoys me. It's cool. But at the same time, I'm like, okay, I think they just need that. They need to embrace that for a while to be able to step away from it and create a different understanding of how we are connected, the path that we're on as a collective, the path of awakening towards enlightenment, becoming one, creating God's kingdom on this earth. So sometimes the extremes are just pointing out where we still need to do a lot of healing from trauma as a collective. And so think about if you're feeding into one or another, or you're even totally annoyed by it like me sometimes, understand this. It is needed right now for many people to get their attention. Like, wait, what happened? I need to get dressed? Or wait, I'm supposed to just let go of that label? Well, it is still somehow part of our identification. You know, those labels are part of our identification, and I think that's what we're stripping ourselves off of right now. Our identification dependent on any kind of label, if it's gender related, if it's background, if it's race related, anything, that is where we're stripping ourselves off right now so that we can create a new identity within the collective, where we can embrace that of who we are, our soul, but also acknowledging that we're on the same path, just on different journeys on that path. So I hope that helps to kind of open your mind a little bit more in what's happening right now and how you can embrace that a little bit, or maybe even just letting go of some of the thoughts that you have. I'm like, okay. I mean, that doesn't mean that we can't call out anything extreme anymore, but sometimes it's just like, hey, I get it. Let's see where this is going, and let's watch so that we're not going totally into the absolute opposite, but really like, okay, we now stripped ourselves off of some of those labels. Let's now come back again. Let's come back again where we are not as divided. So just a thought to think about. And if you think this is important to understand, especially as a collective within our society, then please share this video, comment below on your thoughts, and let me just know what you think. With that, have a great weekend, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.